Welcome you guys to the channel. Your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. And today I got one for The Sound of Metal, starring Riz Ahmed and Olivia Cook. Sound of Metal. Man, I thought I knew it didn't have a the at the beginning. A heavy metal drummer's life is thrown into a free fall when he begins to lose his hearing. Okay, this was one of them ones where you kind of, oh man, I'm trying to see the best way to get this to y'all. I thought the film was really good. Like I said, Riz Ahmed plays a character named Ruben. Him and his girlfriend Lou are like a heavy metal band. You know what I'm saying? A pairing, I guess you could say. And he's losing his hearing rapidly. Okay. And so they're both currently on tour, and they live out of their, I guess you could say, tour bus. I guess you can call it what you call it. They live in their tour bus, and he's also a former addict. They've been together for 4 years. He's been clean 4 years, but once this stuff starts happening with his hearing, it scares him, and it also scares his girlfriend Lou, which puts them in a situation to where they have to put the tour on hold because she's scared for him relapsing because of what's going on with him. He doesn't really want to leave her. He cares more about the music and getting things going. There's a surgery that can possibly help him, but it's very, very expensive. So you have all of these things working, and the whole thing is like he has to go to this like school, you know, to teach you sign language, to teach you how to deal with like not being able to hear. And the film is so weird because they use sound very, very well in here. There's times where you're able to, throughout the movie, you're able to hear what he hears. And for somebody who is a musician, talking about him, not me, but for somebody who is a musician, it's very, very frustrating because I paused this movie and like yelled because I was so frustrated. I'm like, when I'm watching something, I turn my TV all the way up. I try to make sure, I try to give myself like the at-home theater experience. TV ain't that big, but whatever. You gotta use your imagination. So it always be keyed up. And I'm watching it, and I'm just screaming, and I'm knowing, like, if this is what I'm experiencing watching it, that's exactly what he's experiencing. It's so frustrating, and you feel for the character so bad because you can see he kind of he replacing one addiction with another. His relationship plays a big part in the way he thinks or maneuvers or the decisions he makes. It's very heartbreaking. Riz Ahmed is really good, but I think Olivia Cook is underrated in this thing because like she's not in it a lot, but when she's there, like her presence is definitely felt. Like you can tell the chemistry between the two, and the bond that they have is just so disturbing. I think is the best way to describe it. The film is very, very disturbing, and not in a cynical type way. It's just more of a mental thing. Like this film kind of breaks you down mentally because you're hoping. I was watching, and there were certain things I was simply hoping for. It got to a point, and if you follow me like on Instagram and anything, you probably seen me talking about this last night. There was a point in the film where something happens. That's the moment you want the film to end. There's a moment that happens, or you get to a certain point in the film where you like, I want it to end right here. Let this be it. But there's 20 minutes, 30, like however many I won't say, but there's more time left. So like this is not what this thing, this is not what it's trying. And like you kind of can see like the reasoning behind it, the why there was more things to happen in the film. It's just it hurts, you know. Like this film honestly hurts, and it leaves you kind of wondering. It leaves you guessing. I guess I would say, you don't necessarily know what's next. It's probably, but I do feel like it's a complete film, if that makes sense. You don't necessarily know what's about to happen next, but it's still a complete film. It's, oh man, it's there are like bigger ideals, like being described, and there was so much stuff I related to where like you're cool for a moment, but then you really start thinking about how life is like kicking your ass. There was a moment in this film where Riz Ahmed like played perfectly, even though it was just a moment of sheer emotion. I was just like, yeah, that's how it is sometimes. You just kind of, you know. So, my bad, man. I'm just so fucking thrown off, bro. But yeah, check out Oh, I gotta grade it. I gotta give the Sound of Metal a B plus. B plus, man. Definitely check it out. It's good. It's good. It's heavy though. It's so heavy. Thanks for watching the vid. Hope you guys are staying safe. I'll catch you guys later.